Yo, what's good? What's good? Let's see, we working here? Can you hear me? YouTube? Yeah, it looks like it. What's up, 24K? What's up, Diana? What's up, Igor? What's up, Patrick? How's it going? Good morning. Good morning to everybody. What's up, Igor? What's up, Okay, looks like we're good. Looks like we're good. Roberts, what's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Get this New York session rocking and rolling. Oops. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, so for GJ, I actually logged onto the charts a little bit early this morning. So already kind of broke down the analysis, but previous daily candle bullish, current daily candle bullish, already broke the highs. 4-hour candle bullish, broke the highs as well, but kind of rejecting here. And if we can see this is like a rejection zone. So maybe that's what's starting to cause it. And then when we look at hourly closed above resistance, 30-minute close above resistance, and I was looking for buys here actually on 15 minutes. So basically what I was looking at here, let's see, what I was looking at here was we had this candle that was like kind of a an exhaustion candle. Then we had this candle that formed the resistance. And then we had this candle that formed a support. And you can see this candle broke or closed above, failed to break the high of the previous candle though. Closed above, failed to break the high, and see here it broke the low of the previous candle. So that's probably why this candle right here didn't end up breaking the high and continuing to go bullish. But that's basically what I was looking for. I was looking for this candle right here to basically break the high of the previous bullish candle and then just continue bullish from here. And you know, we have very nice clean range to the left hand side for that to happen, but as you can see, it didn't happen here. Didn't happen. So nonetheless, I started to look at this, and when this candle closed bearish back inside the range, I was like, okay, cool, we have a fake out here and we have a minor support that's being broken. We should start to correct the move here and continue bearish, but you know, I just didn't feel comfortable with taking sells, just because counter trend trade, and this was something that was forming on the 15-minute, not 30 minutes. So I like to take these counter trend trades on 30-minute, and I'm still looking at this as this is like an MP special. So we came up, created a session high, formed a resistance, and then maybe we can go retest the high. So that's kind of what I'm looking for at this point based on 30-minute setup here. And we'll probably just want to wait for this 30-minute candle to close or 15-minute candle to close, and we can go from there. But that's kind of what I'm looking at here on GJ. And then gold, we have a similar setup, similar thing happening here. Actually, if we break the lows here, we should probably retrace. This is like, you know, same type of thing I was just kind of explaining actually, where we had a high created, formed a resistance, and then formed a minor level of support, and now that support is breaking. So we should probably continue down to correct some of this move now. Which, had I been paying attention to this, probably would have looked to execute on. But at this point, it looks like we have missed the entry. Stops would have been like 26 pips, so that's not too bad on gold. This would be pretty solid, I think. But at this point, yeah, we've missed the entry. Yeah, shit. It would have been a good. I think this would have been a good setup though. Which I still think like could probably take the entry at this point. I mean, it's right. Looking at my MT5, the spread is just breaking the low at this point. So I think the entry still is valid, but I'm not gonna take it here. Yeah, I'm not gonna execute on that. This looks perfect though. I mean, I've seen this setup specifically on 15-minute a lot of times. This actually would have been the best entry. This would have been the best entry, as the previous 15-minute bullish candle is breaking the low. Would have already secured 10 pips off of that. But yeah, there is like this zone right here that it could potentially be rejecting too. Typically I don't really pay attention to things like this. Typically I don't really pay attention to things like this because if we look here, most recently we just moved clean through this zone, but I'm kind of trying to talk myself out of taking a FOMO entry. And honestly, I would much rather trade GJ. Like I always prefer to execute on GJ, to be honest with you. Yeah, and I'm gonna watch for a similar thing right here. I'm gonna watch to see if this zone right here is gonna be respected. If we close, if 30-minute can close similar to how it is currently, we can expect the next one to wick down, respect the low, come break the high, and fill the top of the range. It's not going to be a tradable range though, only 14 pips to the upside. Yeah, I'm feeling happy that I didn't execute on this based on how it's rejecting, and this is just a counter trend move too, you know, so let's see. Gold, Patrick Gold at August 17 resistance. Yeah, I think you were talking about this yesterday. Yeah, honestly, I don't like I was saying yesterday when you brought this up too. Yeah, something like right here is what you're looking at, I think. Yesterday when you brought this up too, I kind of mentioned, you know, I only try and look at most recent support and resistance zones, and as we can see, most recently price moved through this zone pretty clean. Because and the reason that I say that is really every price is some sort of level on some time frame. So for me, just focusing on most recent levels, most recent zones, that helps me simplify it. RCats, do you trade the New York Open and onwards? Yeah, I stream usually from 6:30 to 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. If I catch a trade during that time, then that's it. I'm done for the day. If I don't, I'll hang around my charts until London close, and usually if I can't catch anything during New York, I can catch something during London close. That's what happened yesterday, actually. Yesterday, I think. Let's see, where did I take the trade at yesterday? Tuesday, let's see, it was oh yeah, it was right over here. It was based on 15-minute actually. Yeah, this is where I executed yesterday. I took sells as a 15-minute was breaking the previous bearish candle low right here. Had stops. I don't think stops were that large. But yeah, this is where I executed yesterday, and I was honestly just I was taking it based on 30-minute closing below this support level and then correcting the move, and I entered based on 15 minutes. So it was a little risky because there was this support level right here, but I was just anticipating with London close that we were gonna break down, which as you can see, I was able to secure. I got my runner was stopped at entry, and then price fucking melted because of that rocket launch or whatever the fuck was going on yesterday in Ukraine and Russia. Oh yeah, great, because you take one trade a day. Yes, yeah. Yeah, we're rejecting here, so it's nice to see that. It's nice to see that. It's nice to see that I didn't execute. We got any college basketball fans here? Michigan State had a big win last night. If you know me, I'm a huge Michigan State fan. Pulled off a big upset last night. A big upset. New subscriber, Fortune Lover. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. NBA fans. I don't really watch the NBA, to be honest. Don't really trade the NBA. Don't really watch the NBA. I like I like college sports more, for real. College sports, in my opinion, they have a little bit more heart in it. I like to watch the NFL, but I like to watch it based on players, not really teams. I'm from Michigan originally, so as you can imagine, you know, being from Michigan and being a sports fan, the last 2 decades or so haven't been amazing for Michigan sport fans, for professional sports. The Lions are fucking terrible. Pistons, they were good when I was real young in the 2000s and stuff, but they've been terrible. Yeah, so this as you can see is rejecting this zone here. If it breaks the high, this should start to move bullish. This isn't a tradable range for me though. I've taken buy entries, you know, as the highs are broken before, but only 10 pips to the top of the range here, so not a tradable range in my opinion. GJ looks like it's probably going to continue down, maybe to at least 165.753. I'm still not looking for sells here. I'm not going to look for sells until see, the problem that I have with sells is 4-hour candle has already broken the high here, and so is the daily. And they're both bullish. Even though 4-hour candle is rejecting hard as a mofo, still got a lot of time left in it. 2 hours left in it. It could completely form strong bullish candles on lower time frame and close bullish. So I still like this as highs created, pullback, retest the highs. And I'm actually happy that we're seeing it drive a little bit further because, as mentioned, you know, we need to have at least a tradable range to go retest those highs. It has to be at least 20 to 30 pips. Do you trade the NYO? Oh yeah, we talked about that. NBA fans, no. Yeah, the Roberts UFC. Yeah. The problem with the UFC for me is that the fights are so fucking late. Like I'm like a grandpa, man. I get up early as hell, and by like 7:30, 8 p.m. like I'm going into a coma. I gotta go to fucking bed. But yeah, let's help out the algorithm here. We got 23 viewers with us here live and only 8 likes, so let's get them likes up. If you're new to the stream, give a subscribe. If you guys don't know, YouTube fully relies on their algorithm. So the more that we can hack the algorithm by engaging on the stream, the more people that are potentially going to be shown our stream here, the more people that we can help learn Forex and so on. But it all comes down to you guys liking the stream and making sure you're subscribed. Oh, look at this on gold here. Oh, wow. Straight rejection. Broke the highs. Yeah, this is looking good to continue. See, this is honestly like one of the main reasons why I started streaming, was honestly because it forces me to just kind of sit here and watch how price moves during a session. And you learn so much from that. You know, like look at what we just dissected out of this gold right here. You know, we were saying, okay, cool, you know, sells look good based on 15-minute, you know, breaking the lows. The 30-minute was breaking the low. Looked like a perfect counter trend slingshot setup. And I was like, wait a second. Here's like a little rejection zone right here. Maybe we might have some problems here. And look at this. Voila. So when you really watch how price moves, you really try to understand how price moves, you learn so much about the markets. Wajahat, what's up, brother? Frederick, how's it going? Roberts, man, I live near Russia and fights are at night. Yeah, absolutely, Roberts. Yeah, they're at night here. You know, I think prelims usually start maybe like 6 p.m., 8 p.m., something like that. But fuck, man, they go until like 1 a.m., midnight, you know. And that's what pisses me off, because, you know, like, I'll buy the fights and like I'll watch the prelims. I'll watch like a few of the first main card events, and then I'm like on the couch, like, my girlfriend's like, whoa, like, it's the main card, you know, it's the main event. I'm like, oh shit. And they're showing these Michigan State highlights, man. Go green, man. Man, I was so hype about that win, man. Holy, that game was so good, man. Double overtime. Holy, they had 2 buzzer beaters to send it into both overtimes. Holy. And then freaking just put the exclamation point on it, man. Just freaking hit him with 2 alley-oops right at the end, just to fucking be like, get out of here, go home, guys. Beat him by 9. Holy. Just ran it up like 9 points in the last freaking 30 seconds, man. It was such a good game. Go green, baby, go green. Frederick, are you planning to marry Mike? That's a good question. So yeah, me and my girlfriend been together for quite a long time. A long time, in my opinion, at least. I think we've been together. It's funny, I don't even really know. I think we've been together since like 2017 or so. 2018 we moved in together. And yeah, we've been together since then, but yeah, so to answer your question in short, yeah, I mean, we do plan on like getting married at some point, but when the time is right, you know, like we're not like focused on that right now, to be honest. Like, we're focused on building an empire. You know, we're focused on establishing a good foundation for our family. To me, marriage doesn't make sense at this time because it just costs so much fucking money. It doesn't make any sense. You know, we want to buy a new house. You know, we're making investments. You know, it just seems like a dumbass use of money right now, just for a label. So, but I mean, like I said, you know, we're both fully committed to each other. We've been through the fucking mud with each other. You know, when we first got together, I mean, we were both eating shit sandwiches. You know, we were fucking in the mud. I was broke as hell, just trying to literally grab pennies to make rent. My car got repoed not long after we started dating, like, and we stuck by each other's side through all of it. So to me that means a lot. That means a lot. You know, if we made it through that, in my opinion, we can make it through a lot of things. Yeah, look at this gold pushing. Like I said, if it breaks a high here, push to the top of the range. Just wasn't a big enough range for me. You know, only 9 pips to the top of the range. Price has moved, you know, 10, 11 pips at this point, but with the spread, it's going to be very hard to secure that. If smaller time frames gives you the direction to higher time frames, then why we look at higher time frames direction before taking a trade in smaller time frame? Wajahat, that's a good question. I actually think the opposite, though. I think the opposite. I think higher time frames give me the direction that I need to be looking at to trade in for smaller time frames. Prime example is if I wasn't paying attention to higher time frames being bullish as fuck. For example, daily being mega bullish, 4 hour being mega bullish. If I wasn't thinking about that, I would have taken sells here, not thinking that this was a counter trend trade. So I understand what you're saying, but the way I look at it is that I develop a bias based on daily candle direction and then 4 hour candle direction. So once I look at that, then I'm like, okay, cool. you know, I have a direction that I can look at the smaller time frames for an entry to take buys. But yeah, this looks really good to continue. 1 hour candle, 30-minute candle. If these close above this this resistance, this is definitely going to continue. I think stops are going to be a little bit bigger than I want them to be though in that event, and I'm probably not going to execute. Because, you know, risking 1% on a 40 pip stop loss just to secure 10 pips, you know, it's going to be a very low profitable trade. Very high chance that I'm going to get those 10 pips, but those 10 pips are going to be very low in profits because, you know, that lot size is spread out across 1% of my account balance. So because of that, you know, I think I'd rather wait for a better setup. You know, something like GJ might give me a 20 to 25 pip stop loss. You know, so my profitability on 10 pips profit is going to be much higher there. So I like that better than a 40 pip stop loss. Mike, what about getting kids? Will you get kids? Honestly, I don't really have any interest in kids. I think they are a waste of money. I think they bring a lot of things that I don't really want in my life, like a lot of responsibility, a lot of commitments that I don't really want to make, you know. So I'm not a big fan of the idea of kids. I also have 3 younger siblings, so my siblings, like my oldest sibling, my brother, he's 14. And then I have another brother that's 12. He'll be 13 in January. And then I have a sister that's 9. So, you know, in a way, I kind of look at them as they're my kids, you know. A lot of what I do is based on me thinking about them in the next decade. You know, creating opportunities for them. You know, like I'm in the process of writing a book right now called A Message to my younger brother, a message to my little brother. And the book is just all different, like right now it's like 28 chapters, probably still add more, but it's basically 28 concepts, 28 things that I've learned in my life that the school system didn't teach me. You know, credit, business, you know, the concept of like YouTube University, like just being able to learn things based on what you can find on the internet, you know, just a lot of like life concepts, different mantras, things like that. So yeah, I mean, a lot of like the day-to-day stuff that I do is with the mindset of, you know, maybe this will help my siblings, you know, maybe this will give them a foundation for when the time is right, they can execute. Like for example, this right here, honestly, trading, the streams, this is something that I really look at as something that could potentially change my siblings' lives. You know, one of my little brothers, he comes and stays with me every summer for a couple of weeks. And, you know, he just kind of sees how I operate on a day-to-day. He sees me wake up at 4 a.m., sees me work out, you know, first thing in the morning, sees me trade, you know, and he watches this and he's like very like, you know, whoa, you know, like this is like a video game that you're playing, you know, like this is crazy, you know. And so it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. But yeah, so that's a lot of what I think about. Is they are like my kids. Ooh. That's the pre-New York bell. The pre-New York bell. Oh, what's going on with my terminal here? It's freezing. Oh, what's happening here? Are we gonna break the lows? We're gonna break the lows and continue bearish? Ooh, I don't like this. No, I don't like that. There's a lot of rejections there. A lot of rejections down here. This could be considered a fake out though. We broke above this resistance, closed above, and then came back in and closed below. And then we kind of have this mess here. Yeah, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. Even though even though it's kind of like respecting this zone. See, we were thinking that it was rejecting this zone originally, and now it's closing below. It looks like it might break and continue. Yeah, I think I would really like buys here. I think I'd really like buys on the flip. Buys on the flip here. Entry as the high is broken. You know, 22, 23 pips stop loss. Ah, shit. Only 14 pips to the upside though. Yeah, that's not it's not gonna be enough range. Not gonna be enough range here. $14 pips to the upside. Yeah, I think that's gonna be kind of risky to try and snipe 10 pips out of that. Looks good. We have 15-minute minor support formed. We're rejecting. It looks good, but at the same time, it looks very bad. Ooh, gold closed right at resistance. So yeah, that's gonna be a no-go. That's gonna be no good as well. Although this hourly looks really good for the slingshot. So you could execute based on the hourly and anticipate price to keep driving through this resistance. Stop's gonna be 43 pips. That's gonna be way too big for me. At least for what I want to execute on. I'd rather wait for a better opportunity. Yeah, this sucks because I really think GJ is going to break the high and probably fill the top of this range, but that's not going to be enough. Not going to be enough range for the OGs here to execute on. Almaty, what's going on? Jose, hi guys, can we get something done here? Yeah. Frederick, Mike, you wake up every day at 4 a.m. Damn, yes, I'm a fucking savage. I'm a different motherfucker. You know, people always talk about, oh, you know, not enough time in the day. You know, I used to say that all the time. I used to fucking tell people that. I used to like make a joke that if I was president, I would make it 28 hours in a day, because 24 hours in a day isn't enough. But then I just kind of like had a realization where it's like, well, I mean, I do have control of the time in my day. Just fucking make time. But yeah, 4 a.m. man, it's amazing what you can accomplish at 4 a.m. when nobody's fucking bothering you. William, what's going on? Our cat's nod, wait for a break and retest at the highs. Yes, I want to let the market do that. Yes, yes. Our cats, you are a smart motherfucker. Our cats. Wajahat, how much monthly you gain by taking only one trade a day? You know, it's funny, people always ask me things like this, and I try not to be an asshole, but it really doesn't matter. But to answer that question in not an asshole way, you know, typically I would say 5 to 10% is pretty consistent. Although in August I had like 24%. It was like 24%. That was like one of the biggest gain months that I've had. But another thing that I've started to contemplate is, instead of securing 90% at 10 pips, maybe I'll just secure 80% or 70% or 50%, you know, so that way I can let my runners run to the next zone and then potentially have more profits. So, you know, that's the thing, is like, you know, people always like, they take the concept of me only taking one trade per day, and they just can't fathom how it's profitable. And like, you don't, like, people don't realize that you have control over the amount that you lose and the amount that you gain. So it's very much profitable. You know, it's just about how you manage the trade. Like I said, you know, I typically close 90% at 10 pips, just because, you know, probably 70% of the time I get stopped out at entry after, you know, securing that at 10 pips. You know, usually says stops to break even, and I'll usually get stopped out at entry before continuing. So, you know, 90% makes the most sense for me. However, you know, the biggest thing in my opinion is that during certain times, you know, during certain times of volume, it's you know, it's very likely for the next support and resistance zone to be reached. I've noticed that a lot. So that's something I've considered, is, you know, maybe during certain setups that I feel a little bit more confident in that they are going to move, you know, maybe I'll just secure 50% at 10 pips. Let the other 50% run, so that way my profits are larger. Chaos, good morning, Mike. Good morning. Our cats, oh, you're looking for 10 pips? I am looking for 50 plus pips. We shall see. Yeah, just looking to secure 10 pips. 10 pips is all you need. But yeah, I mean, you should be able to, this should be a nice range for 50 pips or so. But the probability of 50 pips being hit in a 59 pip range, I think is very low. I think that's very low. Hey Mike, it's Sartaz. What's up, Sartaz? How you doing? Chaos, if you wake up at 4 a.m., what time do you go to sleep? Usually I'm getting in bed by like 10. You know, and I'm asleep fast. You know, like, it does not take me long to go to sleep. I mean, like 5 minutes. That's another thing, is like, you get really, really, really good sleep when you exhaust yourself so much in a day. You get really, really, really high quality sleep. Plus, you know, you smoke a nice joint before bed, and, you know, the sleep's just nice, much better. Our cats, 4 a.m. If you know this at your age, you are way beyond your years. Excellent. Yes, I like to think that as well. I like to think that as well. A lot of people think I'm nuts, but, you know, I don't really care. I just kind of stay in my own lane. I like to study rich people, and that's really my goal. My goal is for money to never to be a problem in my life. My family has had a lot of money problems. You know, I come from poverty, born outside of Detroit, born in a fucking shitty trailer park. And my parents had me really young, 16 and 17. And they made it though. They made it. And to me, that's really inspiring. So for me, I'm not going to let, my circumstances of the conditions of how I was created, how I was brought into this world, determine the long-term game. It's just fuel to my fire. It's made me not afraid to fail. I've never been afraid to fail because I've come from nothing. As I kind of said earlier, I've been through a lot of shit. I've had negative balances on my bank account. I've had my fucking car repoed. I've been through some shit. I'm not afraid to go back. I've gotten myself out of it before I can do it again. And that mindset will take you a long way. A lot of people are just too afraid to take risk, and that's why they don't succeed. One trade a day is just fine. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Oh, wait here. Sorry, Sartaz, I'm trying to switch to Zoom, but it seems invalid. Yes, I need to send a link. Sorry, I forgot about that. I'll send the link. Getting a consistent profit is better than taking more trades and losing. Absolutely. Yes, Wajahad. Yes. So it's perfect. Yes. Roberts, thank you so much for these live streams. Mike, learned so much from you. Yes. Yes, Roberts, no problem. Thank you for showing up. Thanks for the engagement on the streams. It helps us find more people. Helps more people find the stream, and hopefully we'll be able to help more people make profits in the market. Look at this here. Look at this. Holy man, this is why I love just watching price. I love this right here. Look at all these rejections at this zone. Look at these rejections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All closed below. This thing's gonna go down, or it's just gonna pinball and then shoom fly right off the charts. Honestly, this, like, for the people that were asking me, like, how do I get up at 4 a.m. and shit like that, honestly, this is how. This has a big part of it right here. This has a big part of it right here. I love to trade. I love the streams. This right here, like, I get excited to wake up in the morning and come to the streams, come to the charts. I get excited. Sartaz, what's good, brother? What's good? Man, they keep talking about Michigan State this morning, man. They really liking that win. They really liking that effort from last night. That big upset, man. That was a big upset. We got any Kentucky fans on here? Fuck Kentucky. How about that? This 15-minute candle closing. Let's go green, man. Go green. Go Michigan State. Fuck. You guys gonna get tired of hearing me say that today? Okay, this might be something that I'm gonna consider here. I might be a little bit of a cowboy here, and I might, just might, take buys as the high is broken here. Because if we look at this, this is a nice, 22 pips to the top of the range. It should be an easy 10 pips to the middle of the range here with a nice pump. And if we look at this, this would be the 30-minute rejecting here, flipping bullish to go break the highs. Hourly rejecting to flip bullish and continue bullish. 4-hour candle to essentially continue to fill its own wick and reject this area. Daily candle to continue bullish and reject past zones here to continue bullish. So yeah, I think that might be a good idea. And one of the main reasons that I'm looking at this is because of the rejections. Because of the rejections here. And the fact that this candle right here closed very, very, very weak bearish above this support. So yeah, I might consider that. I would really, really, really like to see it make like a nice bottom wick. And if it can make a nice bottom wick and go and break the highs, I think this will be a great idea. I think this will be a great idea. Come on, baby. Hey, GJ here. Come on. Go and break that lower wick for us. This gold here, this gold's going to continue bearish. 15 minutes straight rejected. We're rejecting this resistance here. This is actually a good setup too. Execution right now as the 15-minute low is broken. I think that's actually a really good setup too. Stops on this. Not bad. Wow, 20 pips. That's not bad. That's not bad. If you want to be a little bit more confident in this, wait for the 30-minute candle to close. This 15-minute candle did have a very, very, very small wick, but we closed below support. But it very well could just reject this zone, just like 1, 2, 3 candles have already done. So maybe the better idea would be to wait for this 30-minute candle to close. Yeah, I really want to see this play happen on GJ. If it breaks a high here, I'm taking some buys. I'm taking buys, and that's going to be the trade for today. Because this is a nice MP special. We're seeing nice rejections to the downside, and failure to close below support with the rejections like that. That means it's rejections, by the way. When price is creating wicks and failing to close below support, that's a rejection, not a wick fill. If this 15-minute candle closed below support, these candles would be wick fills to continue bearish. But especially if this one breaks the high, we're going to look at 1, 2, 3 rejections to continue up on the 15-minute. That's going to be the second kind of rejection here on 30-minute. This is already a weak bearish candle on 30-minute. Yeah, I like that. I like that. And as always, just because I like something doesn't mean that you guys gotta execute too. If you want to, join me. If not, it's okay. I'm not perfect. Yes, above 166.050 might work. 166.050. Oh yeah, you're looking above here, yeah. Yeah, that's a small range though. If I can get the entry off the break it here, that's a larger range for us to move. And the rejections are going to confirm that for me. And now that we've created that lower wick and we're going to break the highs, I think this is definitely going to play out. And if it doesn't, I'm totally fine with that. Because here's the thing, I've identified a setup that I would like to execute on, and so I'm going to execute on it. Patrick, waiting for candle to close. Yeah, wait for whatever confirmations you need. Like I said, don't execute on things because I'm executing on it. Execute on them because you agree with the setup. I'm not selling gold or GJ in there. Yeah, I don't want to sell either. Only thing wrong with your trade idea is you will then be done for the day and the stream will end. No. You don't need to worry about the stream ending. I will still hang around until at least 9:30. It's very important for me to sit and watch this entire session. It's very important for me to do that because when I do that, I am watching how price is moving throughout an entire session. So maybe if I take this trade and I'm profitable and I hit partial TP in 10 minutes and TP gets hit or whatever, yeah, sure, I'm done trading for the day, but the session is not done. And so it might be beneficial for me to watch the rest of the session, to watch how price moves during the rest of the session, to see if there was a better trade idea that I could have executed on. And that's also why these moves that I was talking about, as far as like gold and some of these moves where the stop losses were too big, that's why I don't execute on those, because I've started to realize that something better will come throughout the session if I'm just patient. Or maybe it doesn't, who knows, but that's typically it does. So RCATs, no need to worry, man. I'm not going anywhere. And Zoom chat, if you're chatting to me, I can't see it because my terminal is blocking it right now. So maybe after I execute, I'll be able to see it if you're messaging me. Patrick Conklin, stop loss below wicks, correct. Yeah. So if it does go and break the high, what I'm going to be looking for is something like this. Something like this. It's making a nice push down right now though, so it might go break the lows. It's kind of what I'm looking for. 15 pips stop loss for 23 pips to the upside. We have gold rejecting like a mofo too, so still rejecting this zone here. Very interesting. Moving with a lot of volume right now too, galloping like a fucking horse. But man, I would really like to see GJ flip and push bullish. But it's not quite looking like it wants to do that for us. Unable to mute. Hey, good morning. Yeah, yeah, Sadaquad, I got it muted for now. Come on, GJ, come on. With the last 5-minute candle of the 15-minute candles as well. Ooh, nice. Closed above support here on 5-minute. Yeah, arranging here on 5-minute though. I don't really pay attention to 5-minute. But yeah, this is where it can get a little tricky. You know, it can get a little tricky because it's like, you know, do we want to wait for the 15-minute candle to close at this point? Or if it goes and breaks a high, do we just enter? This is where it can get tricky. Because we got 3 minutes and 48 seconds left in that in this 15-minute candle. It's also the 30-minute candle close. And 30-minute candle is closing pretty decently bearish, which I'm not mad about. Because remember, overall my idea here is for price to create the high, we have resistance, move down, create support, move up. That's the idea. So if we drive further down to make a support lower, that's only going to give us a bigger range for profits. Yeah, and honestly, like some people might look at this and just be like, I'd rather take sells below here and, you know, buys above here. You know, some people might look at it that way too, which is totally fine also. If you think this is like a no trade range. But yeah, it's not looking like it's going to give us that flip at this point. It's not looking like it's going to give us the flip. It's actually breaking the lows now. Yeah, invalid trade idea. It's ask of, yeah, you just have to. That right there, that's no shit either. This right here. This right here, no shit. I swear to God. My stream was taken over by a bunch of Russians a few days ago. It was the funniest fucking shit ever, man. Holy. But yeah, it was crazy. Like Zoom sent me an email and was like, hey, like your session is at risk or something. Like it said something like fuck, what did it say? It said something like scammers or hackers, you know, look for unprotected Zoom meetings, you know, to, I don't know. And then like I literally got that email, and then like there was like 15 Russians hopping on here, like doing all kinds of crazy shit. I was like, holy, what the fuck? Yeah, so I think this this is probably gonna continue bearish at this point. I don't trust the sells because of this, and we've rejected this so many times now. I'm not sure that I trust the sells, even though it's closing below support here. It's closing below support. I don't trust it, especially, and it's breaking the low immediately. 24, 25 pip stop loss, not too bad, but I don't trust it. 15-minute closed above support there, like above this support zone. Um, 8 a.m., 8:30 could be key. Yeah, and I've noticed this the last couple of sessions that we've had trades, later in the session. And who knows, maybe it's because we've been watching for too long, or yeah. Shit eater, fish taking the bait? If so, thanks for putting on game. Yeah, not sure I really understand that, but okay. No problem. Game is on. Yeah, we're gonna continue dropping here. Yeah, honestly, guys, I think I'm gonna look for sells here. I know I'm a little flip flop on my bias here, and maybe that'll come bite me in the ass. Who knows? But I think we're gonna keep pushing here. We're gonna keep pushing down. If the spread breaks so low, I think I'm gonna execute sells. It's gonna be 30-minute lows being broken, hourly lows being broken. All lows being broken, and then also the 4-hour will be flipping bearish. Yeah, and we got a lot of volume right now. Yeah. Yeah, I think we should make this push. Partial TP at 165.706. Yeah, that's what we're gonna look for. Yep. And if it doesn't play out, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I think with how price is moving here, I think it should continue to drop. Yeah, this thing is pushing against me. Maybe this was a dumbass counter trend trade. Yep, turns out that was a dumbass counter trend trade. That's unfortunate. Should have just waited for my initial plan to play out. Yeah, that was a dumbass counter trend trade. I was really thinking this was going to play out based on this 15-minute. We had created a nice top wick and then just went and broke the lows. But, bearish candles on 30-minute, probably should have waited for something like this to form on 30-minute. Also, what I realized after I took the entry was I completely disregarded what I was talking about here on hourly as far as these rejections. It's all good though. It's all good. It was a part of the plan. I saw something I wanted to execute on and just had to execute. Now, that's the first loss I took in a couple of days. Was on a nice winning streak there. Then market just had to humble me really quick. Markets just had to humble me real quick. This is actually like that. This is like literally what I was talking about waiting for, was a strong support to go retest the highs. Yeah, all good. 15 pips. Just straight rejected. Yeah, that's unfortunate. All good, all good. Was on a nice four win streak and ruined it. Ruined it right there. Markets had to humble me. Be like, no. No, you're not as good as you think. No, you can't take dumbass entries. Roberts, you done for today? Done trading, yes. Not gonna take another trade and risk compounding losses, no. Yeah, so that was a tough loss there. That was kind of dumb. It's all good though. It's all good. Sometimes you need to take those just to be humbled. Sometimes you need to learn them lessons. Should have waited for the market to come to me like I always do and show me what I wanted to see. Never even drove after I entered too. Never even drove. I've noticed this a couple of times. Like, you know, typically the profitable trades that I have, they drive pretty quick. You know, the drawdown will be 1 to 2 pips maximum, and then it'll just be straight to partial take profit. Yeah, it's all good though. It's all good. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Oh damn, I just saw the Zoom chat here. The guys left because they were muted. They were upset. Yeah, this was dumb here. I should have waited for what I wanted to see here. I should have waited for what I was anticipating. Like it says buys above. Buys above. I took sells. Oh, good times, man. Good times. Oops. Oops. Yeah, it hit stop loss. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, that was a pretty dumb trade for real. That was pretty dumb trade. I mean, I should have stuck with what I wanted to see. I had like literally just explained that I didn't like sells because of all of these rejections. And yeah, I had explained that I didn't like this on the 30-minute. And then I just got caught up looking at these 15-minute candles looking so nice. And I was like, yeah, we should come down there. And then price was like, nah, probably not today, Mike. Probably not today, Mike. I think you should take an L. Oh, that's good though. It's good. I mean, I have no problem with taking losses like that. I bet you Raja didn't take an L today. I bet you he took a W. Should be on Raja's stream, not mine. Yeah, so GJ is just kind of stuck in this range here. Kind of stuck in this range. Gold. Whoa, we getting a little lag. What's going on here? Got that Pakistan internet. Oh, gold. Wow, gold made a nice little push here. Difficult though, very difficult. This previous candle broke the highs and lows. Would have had to execute based on 30-minute here. Breaking the lows, and since we were right at that rejection zone right here, it would be pretty risky, I think. Maybe we see some volume with the comics. Comics open. Comics open. But yeah, for real, you really can't get pissed about doing things like this. You just got to take it as a lesson. Just look at it as, you know, I paid for that lesson to learn. I paid to learn that lesson right there. I paid to learn that lesson, and that's okay. That's okay, that's okay. And so I'm thinking about it here, you know, the questions that I always ask, or tell you to ask yourself, how could I have lost less? So I could have lost less by closing partials as candle flipped. I also could have lost less by closing partials as candle broke its own high. My stops were above the highs, so I was already going to be stopped out as candle broke the high, but I could have closed partials as candle started to flip bullish, and then closed partials as candle started to break its own high. And then you know, second question, how could I have not entered the trade at all? Well, I mean, literally probably minutes before I executed the trade, I had mentioned I didn't like sells because of these rejections here. I was like, nah, I don't really like that. And then I had also mentioned I don't like sells because of this consolidation here. Like, nah, I don't like that. Then when I looked at 15-minute, I was like, wait a second. Wait a second here. Wait a second here, Mr. GJ. What have we done here? We have come up. We ranged a little bit. And we broke down. And then we continued breaking down below this zone here. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, and we formed a support. Oh, and then that support turned into a resistance. And I was like, yeah, this is gonna continue. I mean, we got clean candles, clean candles, clean candles. This is gonna continue for sure. But what I failed to realize was that I had just explained here. I just explained here. I don't like this because of 30-minute consolidation. I don't like this because of the 1-hour rejections. So if there's something I don't like about the trade, then don't fucking execute. Don't get caught up in a low time frame confirmations, you know. When I hear your 3 questions plus 3 answers, what pushed you to still take the trade? Because basically you had seen all the signs not to enter when I hear you. Yeah, that's a very good observation there, Kejas. I just like completely disregarded all of that. I don't know. I just looked at this on 15-minute, and you know, based on the arrows and stuff that I just drew here, I was like, yeah, this is going down for sure. This is going down to the bottom of the range, 100%. And just completely disregarded. So maybe that's what I should start doing, is asking myself those 3 questions before I take the trade. Lower time, weaker confirmation. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So my motion trigger like I had yesterday, yeah, that's pretty much what I can dedicate that L to, was just not really paying attention completely to what's actually happening, just getting caught up. And that was another thing, is like, as we noticed, like price is moving pretty quick, price is moving pretty quick here. And so that's like another reason why I just like jumped in, because when price is moving quick, you don't really have a lot of time to think about what could potentially, what are we really looking at. So price is moving quick, I was watching it and didn't really consider what I had just kind of explained based on 30-minute and hourly. I was also really looking at these 4-hour candles and looking at these rejections at this support zone, and where I took the sells, it was right as the 4-hour candle would be flipping bearish. So I was like, oh wow, okay, cool. Not only are we rejecting up here, but we're also going to close below these areas. Beautiful. So I did have a lot of things on my side as far as the sells that made sense to me. Like 30-minute candles were closing below the support resistance zone. Hourly was strong bearish. 15-minute candles had created a weak support and were breaking that support. So there was a lot of things that were confirming it. But at the same time, there was like 2 main things that I didn't like here on 30-minute and hourly that I really just disregarded. And that's where it becomes dangerous. And ultimately, this is what I wanted to see here, was this strong bullish close and then take entries as the highs are broken. But the problem is it's only 10 pips to the top of the range. It's not enough range to trade. Check gold in 15-minute. Okay. Yeah, it's dropping. Yeah. Good sell entry is pretty much right now, honestly. Chaos, no, absolutely not. No. You can go from L to L with gold right now, as it's not surely dropping. You can go from L to L by taking another trade, and the possibility of going from L to L is not fun to me. That's where Mike Pogli starts to have very bad days. I'm okay with losing 1%. I'm not okay with losing 2%. And after losing 1%, I'd rather just accept that loss, accept that, hey Mike, you didn't make a smart decision in the markets today, and the markets took your money. And so with that said, you might not want to make that decision again. I talked about this yesterday too. You know, it's very, very powerful to only take one trade per day, because you have less to look at. You have less to review in your trade history. It's easier to analyze why you fucked up and how you could have done better. Also, chaos to that point too. Another reason why one trade per day is key is because you start to learn that there's always profitable setups in the market. It's just the market has to come to you. The market has to show you something that you want to see. So, you know, you're very well right. You know, like gold can just fucking melt right here, just as we kind of anticipate. And I mean, if we look at this, there's so many confirmations to this just based off of 15-minute right here. First things first is we have this zone. We rejected it, you know, 1, 2, 3 times, and then closed very strong below it. And then this bullish candle is like a retest of this zone, and now we're moving below, breaking the lows here. We have perfect, you know, traffic to come right into this support level right here. So yeah, I mean, this makes perfect sense. The beauty about this is that we're seeing a profitable setup that's probably going to play out, and if it does play out, then that's just proof to kind of what I was talking about, as far as like, just wait for something that looks good, wait for something that makes sense. There's always going to be profitable setups. Always going to be profitable setups. Yeah, and this looks really good. I mean, 15-minute makes perfect sense. This is a 15-minute slingshot. You might want to wait for this 15-minute candle close. We have 2 minutes left, but it's also 8:15 a.m. So in about 8 minutes, we're going to have COMEX happen, the Commodities Exchange Open, which always brings volume to gold. So this is probably going to push it right to this zone, which would drive that 30-minute candle down, breaking the lows, the hourly breaking the lows, driving down, 4-hour candles moving down, daily candle bearish, flipping bearish. So yeah, notice how this, we can tell a crystal clear story across all time frames, where GJ, I was like telling a very clear story of why I shouldn't execute the trade on 30-minute and hourly, and it came and got me. It fucked me. That's okay though. Like I said, it's okay to take those losses. It's okay. It's necessary to take those losses. I was talking about this yesterday too. It's necessary to take those losses, because you learn from them. You learn from them. You figure out what not to do again. And the previous 4 trades that I took were wins. So, you know, it's expected. Just like the market, you have bullish movement, there's going to be a pullback. You know, with more wins, you have a higher probability to take an L. So statistics. You know, what's funny is I took a prob stat class in high school, and I gave 0 fucks about it. I gave 0 fucks. I actually took it because I thought it was going to be a joke. My teacher was cool as fuck. He was like total homie, and so that's kind of why I took it. I did not pay a single attention to his class, skipped it all the time. And it's funny because he always said, you know, everything in life is probability and statistics. And I was just like, fuck off, man. And honestly, that's probably the one class that I took throughout my schooling career that like I think would be really valuable to my life. Because I mean, like, everything is probability and statistics, everything. And it's always like that, you know. The further you move away from a resistance, the higher chance you have for a retrace. You know, the more bearish candles you see, the higher probability you have to see a bullish candle. You know, the more losses you take, the higher probability you have to actually have that win. You know, so there's a lot of things like that. But this is that MP special, man. This is that fucking MP special. We didn't wait for it. I already talked about it being too small of a range. Too small of a range to trade in. Went up, created a high. We had the resistance right here. Came down, created the support. Entry right here as candles breaking the high. Target right here to the top of the range. To retest the support. I mean, to retest the resistance. It's perfect. It's beautiful. That would have been beautiful, but it turned out to not be beautiful. Because it's not enough range. Not enough range. Yep. Here's gold. 15-minute close strong bearish. Breaking the lows like immediately though. Have to be a little cautious because there is like a rejection zone right here. But I mean, I think this is gonna continue with COMEX. This is gonna fucking drive at least to here, at least to here, at least to this zone right here. It's gonna drive. And if it doesn't, I give everybody permission to unsubscribe and stop watching my streams because I'm a failure. Oh man. Come on, I want to see this COMEX open. Let's see this COMEX open. Let's see this COMEX open. Come on, 2 minutes. 2 minutes here. 2 minutes. Oh yeah, look at it. Just gallop. Just gallop. Gallop and rejecting. Rejecting. That's a rejection right here. Gotta watch that. Jake, will I get unmuted? Oh, Zoom. Okay, Haas, are you in a failure? Yeah, I know. I just like to be hard on myself when I take these losses because they're not fun to take. You don't want to do it again. Brown, AU Pro, what's good? Okay, Haas, will you bring confirmation to what you just said now about gold? Yep. I think it should drive. 28 seconds. I think this thing's gonna take a nice little meltdown here. Maybe further. I think at least here though. Brown AU Pro, I'm good, man. Good, thank you so much. Hope the same for you. Hope you're crushing it today. Hope you're crushing it. Whoa. COMEX rejecting. Support me, bro. My. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, nonetheless, I think you would have been able to catch 10 pips if you executed here. Ooh, nope. 8 pips. If you took the sell at the break of the low there, would have caught it. 12 pips or so. 10-11 with the spread. Rejection, rejection. Straight rejecting. We got some difficult price action today. Some difficult price action. Oh man, now we got GJ rejecting the resistance. Maybe this is just a big ass no trade range. Maybe that's what's happening here. Yeah, really not doing too much here. Wow. Gold's just playing with people's hearts. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is we have 8:30 coming up. In my opinion, there's nothing here. No trades on gold. Gold's like got this 15-minute wacko bullshit going on. Huge rejections here. Yeah, nothing here in my opinion. GJ is also in this massive range. I don't see anything changing here in the next 30 minutes, or I mean in the next 5 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go make some coffee, and then when I return, we're gonna erase everything and we're gonna do a top-down analysis, and then we're going to redo our analysis for the remainder of today's session and see what we can see. Because at this point, you know, number one, GJ, this is definitely just like a no trade range at this point. Gold, you know, just kind of wacky at this point. So I think it's going to be better if everybody just sits on their hands for a little bit here. We're going to let this 30-minute candle close, see what type of information that gives us. I'm going to make some coffee while that's happening. And then oh, there's news coming up. News coming up, but I didn't think that this was like important. Core retail sales. Can't remember. There was one of them that I back tested that just never did anything. There was one of these that just never did anything. Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go make some coffee and we'll take it from there.
Sippin' lean, lean, lean. Go chill, pop a bill. Make a scene, scene, scene. 50 racks under the bands. Under the bands, out my jeans, jeans, jeans. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Flip a bag, bring it back. Do it clean, clean, clean. Smoke a sack, keep on that. Sippin' lean, lean, lean. Go chill, pop a pill. Make a scene, scene, scene. 50 racks under the bands. Under the bands, out my jeans, jeans, jeans. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Flip a bag, bring it back. Do it clean, clean, clean. Smoke a sack, keep on that. Sippin' lean, lean, lean. Go chill, pop a pill. Make a scene, scene, scene. 50 racks under the bands. Under the bands, out my jeans, jeans, jeans. Yeah, yeah. 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 Yeah, Yeah, yeah. Flip a bag, bring it back. Do it clean, clean, clean. Smoke a sack, keep a Mac. Sippin' lean, lean, lean. Go chill, pop a pill. Magazine, scene. 50 racks, sunny days. Sunny days, out my jeans. Yeah, yeah.
Alright, we back. Slowly learning, or rather relearning, because I tried Forex for like 5 days and then give up. Yeah. All good. Alright, so we really haven't seen anything happen at this point. Just go ahead and clear the chart here. So if we look at it, daily candle has already broken the high. Previous daily candle was bullish. I think realistically we should continue bullish. We can look at it, there are past rejections in this zone. If we look at right here where it's currently at, you know, rejections. This is like a daily fake out, you know, so there are some rejections in this zone. We could see it reject, but just based on how daily candle is currently moving, it's obviously strong bullish. It's broken a high, and the 4-hour candle has also broken the previous 4-hour candle's high as well. 15 minutes until it closes. Really high probability for this candle to close above this resistance zone here, which, as we can see based on the rejections, this is a pretty strong resistance zone. You know, we have rejections over here, we have rejections over here, and then we also rejected it a couple of times pretty recently. So pretty strong resistance zone here, which, like I said, in the next 15 minutes the probability for it to reject and close below is very low. So we can anticipate this 4-hour candle to close bullish below this zone here, but clean candle here to fill should push. So we can anticipate a lower wick, break the high, continue bullish for the next 4-hour candle. But if we look at hourly, this is where we get some more information. We have an hourly resistance right here that we're clearly rejecting and seems to be closing below. Now, this next 15-minute candle could close above. That's something we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. 30-minute candle, same type of thing, rejecting, you know, still has 14 minutes to close. So we're gonna get a lot of information when this 4-hour closes, because we have 4-hour, 1-hour, 30-minute, and 15-minute all closing at the same time at that point, which is gonna give us a lot of information. But with this 15-minute kind of doji candle close like this, if the high is respected and we break the low, then we're still going to be in this range. But if the candle closed bullish above this resistance zone, that's going to clear the resistance on 1 hour as well. Still going to be above on 4 hour, above this zone, but this is that other 4-hour rejection zone that we were talking about. So this really starts to tell a story about how we could start rejecting this zone. This is also like kind of a daily zone too, with this support area rejection, you know, rejections. So we're at like a key level here on daily and 4-hour, where we could see this bullish 4-hour candle close, turn into a fake out, and then close below this zone. So it should be interesting to see how this works out here. But looking at it at this point, this is a tradable range here, but as we kind of noticed with the sells that I already took, this range here is kind of shit. It's pretty choppy. So I think it's going to be better for us to look for sells below here. Sells below here, buys above here, and this could potentially have changed, but based on the sells that I already took in this range is just unpredictable. We don't know what price is going to do. We could have anticipated price to continue bearish through here because of clean candles to fill, and it didn't. It rejected, and now it's rejecting resistance now too. So it's just very uncertain in this zone. So I would wait for sells below and then buys above. We have huge ranges on both sides of that to fill. Nice clean candles over here. This is like 50 something pips to the top of the range here. Yeah. Look at it driving now. So it's really showing us that these higher time frame zones are really important. These are really important. Gold, we saw a nice little push with that news that came in. If we look at daily candle, current daily candle is kind of like a doji. Previous daily candle very strong, hasn't broken highs or lows at this point. Have rejection levels on both sides. Level here, and then also level here. Four-hour candle previous close very strong bullish. Ooh. Resistance is over here. Resistance, resistance, resistance. My bad. So yeah, gold seems to be closing bearish at this point. Current daily candle, if it does close, it's gonna be a little doji-ish. Obviously the big picture is showing bullish momentum, but seeming like we're gonna be closing like in this range here on 4 hour. One hour. Yeah, this looks just honestly, it looks like a big ass range. Kind of same thing that we were looking at with GJ, just a big ass range that we're in. Yeah, gold honestly doesn't look too hot. It's like a 100 pip range that it's in. 120 pip range, something like that. Yeah, gold looks pretty difficult here. Price action looks pretty difficult. Daily is bearish currently. Weak as hell though. 4-hour candle is bearish. Seems to be closing bearish. Broke the high, respected the low. The bigger picture has been bullish movement, obviously, as we can see. One hour, kind of rejecting. Yeah, there's like another zone here. Seems to be rejecting here. Yeah, let's see how this 15-minute candle closes. What I'm looking at here is this zone right here. Alright, let's see. Dang, I had a call. What did I miss? I don't think you missed anything, our cats. It's at least not anything that I liked. Got some signal providers in my chat now, I guess. Straight melting. I know some guys took some FOMO buys. This candle is breaking out. And right now we are seeing why you cannot do that. Your ass get caught up in some mess. Raja is streaming COD. He's playing Call of Duty. Let's see if I can turn it on my TV. Watching Sports Center though, but they just keep showing the Michigan State upset, which I'm not mad about that. I am enjoying it. I am enjoying watching the highlights of Michigan State's upset over and over and over again. God damn, all I did was turn on the damn YouTube and it's just already playing ads. Didn't even click on a video. Oh, just kidding, it's already playing one. Oh, I can watch my own live stream. Okay. Oh, Raj is over. Raj's is over. You catch anything on the stream? Raja Trade the News? I'll have to rewatch it today and see what happened. I have to see what happened. Oh, there's a Smart Money Concepts trader that's live. Wow, he's got 401 people watching him. How come his is better than mine? Oh my god. Yeah, we're going back to Sports Center. Raja streaming COD. Oh yeah, we talked about that. He took a gold loss and a CAD JPY news loss. Interesting. CAD JPY. Is it CAD news or something? Oh yeah, okay. CPI. CAD CPI. Yeah, he likes to do a lot of gambling during New York session now, I think. A lot of degenerate gambling. A lot of degenerate gambling. Yeah, man, I stayed clear, to be honest. He's a cowboy, yeah. Yeah, he's a cowboy, man. I love Raja, though. But he is a cowboy. Especially lately, man. He's been taking some wild trades on New York session. But I mean, rightfully so. Like, you know, his rule has always been like based on risk percentage. So like 1 to 2% risk per day. And I like that a lot too. I like that concept too, because then if you get uncomfortable with the trade, you just close early. Say for example, like even my trade that I took earlier, the GJ sells that were a loss. Even that, you know, like, you know, as soon as I started to get uncomfortable with that or realize that, you know, it could be going a little bit wrong for me, I could have just closed it out, you know. I could have just closed it out before it hit, and now I'd have risk left over and I could take another trade. But so that's kind of what he's doing. That's why he takes a lot of trades during New York session now, is because, you know, if he hasn't exceeded that total risk, then sure, he's got trades left for the day. And most of the times, because he's catching amazing London moves, he's coming into New York session in pretty large profits, so he has profits to risk. So his strategy has been working out really well for him lately. Been amazingly profitable. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I hate this range for gold. And there's lots of resistances below. So on gold, this is probably like, yeah, these zones are looking terrible. Yeah, so I'd probably look for sells below here. Raj, any trades, Mike? Yeah, man. We did take a trade today, or I did. I'm not sure if the rest of this stream did, but I did. Oops. What happened here? Yeah, so gold just in a massive range here. But yeah, Raj, the trade that I took today, you'll probably get a kick out of this. So it was right around here. Sells, lows were broken. It was based on the 15 minute. Based on 15 minute here, I took it as this candle was breaking the low, so it was like down here. Stops for like 15 pips or something. Yeah, 15 pips. And I was just targeting the bottom of this range here. So yeah, honestly a dumbass trade. Because like right before I took this trade, Raj, I was looking at 30-minute candles here, and I was just like, man, I really don't like this range, so I'm not going to trade in this range. But the sells were literally in this range. And then on the hourly, I was like, yeah, I really don't like these rejections here, so I'm not going to trade in this range. I'd like to see an hourly candle below, that's what I was saying. And then I looked at 15-minute and I saw what was happening here. I had a little zone marked up here. I think it was right here. I had like a little zone right here. And I was like, oh wow, okay. Came here to 15-minute and just got totally carried away. Well, what the fuck happened here? Came here to 15-minute, just got totally carried away. I saw this candle close below, so I was like, okay, cool, we're closing below this zone here. And then this candle closed below too, and I was like, okay, perfect, we're retesting that zone, so perfect. If it breaks the low here, we should be good to continue to fill these clean candles over here. And this candle closed, so I was like, okay, no worries, you know, maybe we can look for buys if it breaks a high here. So notice like I'm looking at sells and I'm looking at buys, and then this candle closed bearish like this, and I was like, okay, cool, so now we're really respecting this zone here. We have clean candles to move through over here. We should easily bring down here, no problem. 10 pips, no problem. As you can see, it just rejected straight from my entry, and took an L. So not the best trade, but it is what it is. It is what it is, man. We I saw something, I executed on it, and we learned a lesson from it. And basically the biggest thing that I took away from it is, number one, I was completely ignoring what I was saying about this 30-minute zone here, this range, this mess there. Same thing, completely just disregarded this, got totally caught up in 15-minute looking clean and just not really thinking. So all good, it is what it is. We learned from it, we ain't gonna do it again. We ain't gonna do it again. And I was on a 4-win streak, so I think, like, I don't know, in August I had like my largest win streak. I think it was like 10, 11 wins, something like that. That was like the best win streak that I had. But yeah, I've noticed, you know, just as I start to take more wins, I start to think a little bit less, and, you know, ego starts to get to me as far as like trades, so it's all good. No, we're not doing that again, Jake. We're not doing that again. Hopefully nobody else took it with me. Raj, did you catch anything today? My daily number trade quota is exceeded, so I'm done for the day. Respect, respect, respect. Did you take any trades though, Raj? Well, I'm guessing so, since you said your daily number trade quota is exceeded. My daily, oh yeah, considering using 165.70 for the GJ support on the 30-minute, then wick up and break, but that's it. $165,700. Two trades, one lose, one profit. Good deal. There's 1 hour bullish trend line on GJ. Yeah. Yeah, you're looking at like something like this. Something like that. Yeah, honestly don't really pay attention to things like that, but yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, so this 4 hour rejections proving to be very strong, even on daily too. Proven to be very strong. 1 hour, same type of thing. It's honestly just in a really nasty range here. Yeah, the more I look at that, I'm just like, nah. No trades inside that range. Four-hour weak bearish. Like right at this area. Right at this area. 1778, 79. Yeah, if it respects a low and breaks a high, this will continue. Based on that hourly rejection, that really looks like a strong possibility. Huge rejection here. Break the high and continue. Yeah, and we can look at it here too. Like this is like a whole zone here too. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Nothing going on, just some tunes. That's about it. Do, 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 do. Do 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 do. DJ trying to drop. DJ trying to drop it like it's hot. Dang, Louisville got upset last night too. Oh my god. They lost the first 3 games? By 1 point? Holy. That's pretty fucking shitty. That's what I thought was going to happen to Michigan State last night, man. I was going to be fucking heartbroken. At one point, I was like, man, they lost it. God damn it. They were just playing Gonzaga last week, and they lost by a point, and I was like, man, I can't believe they lost that. And then it almost happened again. I was like, oh, hell no. But they came through with the W, man. They came through with the W. They came through with that W. With that big upset, they keep talking about it on SportsCenter this morning. That's that shit I like to see. Oh my god, they're talking about LSU upsetting Georgia. Oh my god. These people on crack if they think that's gonna happen. Yeah, Jake. Yeah. Some freaking clickbait. Some clickbait shit right there. Man, this shit with UVA is insane too. I can't believe that shit. That's crazy. GJ finally breaking out of this range. Gold. Not doing shit. Have you? What the fuck? Look at some of the dumbest messages on Twitter, man. Cool app though. Do, 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 do. Well, it's probably going to be it for this session. Probably going to be it for this session. We're going to wait for this candle to close and see what we can see here. But it's been a very choppy session today. Probably see some nice moves with London close. Oh, I don't know what just happened here. I think I just broke it. How do I get that back in there? We broke it. We broke it. Broke it. Broke it, now it's being slow. NYSE open. Breaking the lows immediately. I'd probably wait for a break and retest at this point. For DJ, it might drive with New York NYSE volume, but it's just like a big candle in my opinion. You know, a big 30-minute candle. Like I always talk about, you know, when price breaks out of a range, it usually moves from the top or the bottom of the range. So it's already moved 77 pips. So what's the probability it's going to give you another 10? Pretty low in my opinion. Even though it could, but like in this situation, where would your stop loss be? You know, be pretty large. So what I would probably want to wait for if I was still looking for a setup is just something like this. You know, just a nice little retest of this this zone here, and then continuation. And then on gold, yeah, it's rejecting this zone here. Yeah, I'd honestly probably just wait on gold. I'd wait for candles to print something else that I like, or price to break out of this range. It's like, I mean, like I said, it's a large range, 100 pip range, but it's pretty disgusting. Nothing seems very clear inside of it. So if I was still looking for something, I would look for that to happen on GJ, like I was talking about. Little retest of this resistance here, continuation. And that would be like an NP special, or it could happen under a slingshot, something like that. But yeah, we're going to shut it down for today. Took this one trade here, got stopped out, took a nice little L there. And that's when I realized that it was a dumbass trade, but it's all good, it's all good. We live and learn. Hope you guys have an amazing Wednesday though. We'll do it again tomorrow. And yeah, don't forget to like the stream before you head out. And if you're new to the stream, subscribe to the channel so that way you can get notified when we do it again. So, like I said, have a good day, everybody. See you tomorrow, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And we're going to have a win tomorrow. We're going to have a winning trade tomorrow.